play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Rosas to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. We mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl. Of course, for many folks our age, the Pro Bowl always meant a trip to Hawaii. You know, they held it there from 80 till 09, and again for a handful of years in this decade before the last 3 being here in Orlando.
And there's something to be said, no doubt about it, for getting to go to Hawaii. Imagine being named a Pro Bowler and going home and telling your family, we're headed to Hawaii for a vacation. But think about going to Orlando, especially if you've got kids. All the theme parks, all the great things to do, plus not nearly as long a flight no matter where you come from in the United States. I think it's a big deal and a good thing to have it here in Orlando.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. That sack by Khalil Mack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. That's taken on the 25. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the NFC is going to have a short field as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
This is the Rams' Todd Gurley, his 3rd Pro Bowl in 4 seasons. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And touchdown. Todd Gurley. 47 yards. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And he gets it to his KC running mate. That's Tyreek Hill. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Mahomes now on first down. Mahomes finding his fellow Chief Hill for the AFC first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The AFC thus far on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He is going to find Hill here. 18 yards there and a first down. Well, he was so good throwing the football on 3rd down during the regular season. Why wouldn't it carry over here to the Pro Bowl?
Sometimes that's just who you are, right? If you're good at something during, as you said, during the regular season, so what if it's with a bunch of guys you're unfamiliar with? It's 3rd down. He finds a way to convert.
The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Myers' kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Runs through the contact. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 94 yards. And the NFC adds on to their lead. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the 3rd quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen.
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there for the AFC. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
When you think about the history of this Pro Bowl game, there was an all-star game going all the way back to 1939, but it officially became called the Pro Bowl in, I think, 1951.
You're exactly right, and that game was played out in L.A., in the same stadium where the L.A. Rams currently play. And back then, they split it into conferences, the American Conference versus the National Conference. The American Conference won 28-27. MVP of the game, quarterback Otto Graham, nickname Automatic.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Well, you know, it's hard for some of these guys to get on the same page because they've only been practicing together for a week, but these two, I think they're pretty familiar.
I would say so, right? You go back to OTAs, mini camps, preseason camp, games, the whole deal. They ought to know each other pretty well, and in an all-star game like this, key situations, you find someone like that who you know will be exactly where you think they're supposed to be. Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Breeze in the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing now is Breeze. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play that time for the NFC. 47 yards. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination. Though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, unbelievable.
Not too bad for a guy who turned 40 the week leading up to the NFC Championship game. He keeps himself in such superb physical condition and still loves everything that goes along with football. He may play till he's 60.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Todd Gurley. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
Rosas good with the extra point. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And last year's rushing and total touchdown leader, Todd Gurley, caps it with his 1st of the game here. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a 3rd down. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he cannot get rid of it. The NFC getting in there for the sack. Aaron Donald with a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Watch me work, homeboy. Watch me work. Watch me work.
Easy, opposite.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. He's got the 1st down inside the 10, and he is in. Touchdown NFC. 25 yards. And the NFC stretching that lead out even a bit further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Mahomes to throw once more. And this is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 5-9. 20 sec. Check back, check back. Check back. Over.
Now the leading rusher in the league, Ezekiel Elliott of the Cowboys, his second Pro Bowl. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Yellow, yellow.
Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Mahomes now to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement.
Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy classic Madden with Madden Ultimate Team, franchise, or a quick pickup game in exhibition.